Howdy there again, folks. Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, coming at you with yet another video offering off of my sampler Platter. Doing another car video because I was out. I had to take care of a few things today, and I decided to stop off at the Speedway by my house, and they had this item there, and rather than go over there and go inside and do the whole thing, I figured, screw it. I'm just gonna get this one and done. It's interesting. I'm a little bit excited for it. It also harkens back to a video that I've already done, so I figured I'll just take care of it now. Hence the work shirt and all that stuff. No featured shirt today. Just crappy work shirt that needs to go in the wash very soon. So realistically, should have been in the wash days ago, but is what it is. So, what's the item in question? Well, you've already seen the title of the thing, but I like it. Boom! We have got Speedy Choice Carolina Reaper Premium Cheese Curls. So, now folks, if you watched any of my other videos, you might have seen the video that I did where I did a very similar item to this. They had another Speedy Choice Premium Cheese Curls, which I'll get into in a second. But it was for some honey versions of these. Now, what are these? Well, you can tell by the picture on the front, but for whatever reason, maybe you can't see the image properly or whatever, and you're just listening to the sound of my voice. That's probably better for you. There's not a lot going on here you need to see. Yeah, these are basically rip-off Cheetos. Like, just rip-off fluffy Cheetos. And they're a thing that, specifically through Speedway gas stations, they have their own range of, like, chips and items and stuff like that. A lot of places do that now, like 7-Eleven, stuff like that. I talked about it in my other video. Go watch that one. It's a good video, I think. But yeah, these, I've never seen these before, so I saw these, and I mean, it's got a little bit of the internet, clickbait nature to it, because it does have the Carolina Reaper aspect to it. Now, if you're not familiar with Carolina Reaper, time I'm doing this video, who the fuck knows, man, because it could be changed any second now, with the way this stuff goes. It is, I believe, still the hottest pepper in the world. I heard that they were doing something, like some medical company or something had actually developed one that's, like, even hotter than, like, the Carolina Reaper, but, like, they only use, like, the juices and stuff for, like, medical purposes or something. But I don't know if that's true or not. That's just a thing I saw at one point. So, as far as I know, Carolina Reaper is still the top of the mountain right now. So, I like spicy stuff. It's definitely something I'm a fan of. I'm not super into doing, like, the super duper spicy stuff, though by this point, I haven't uploaded it yet, but my guess is it'll have been uploaded by now. If I haven't, eventually, I'm doing the Death Nut Challenge, which is very spicy peanuts. But again, I think that should be up by now, so I still, toy around with it a little bit. Now, for these, I can't imagine these are going to be super duper hot, because ultimately, these aren't like an internet challenge type of thing. These are meant to be, like, consumed by regular folks. I'm sure they'll have some kick to them, but we'll see how it goes. And, yeah, so, I mean, I figured I'd give these a shot. A lot of times I like to tell a story or something that kind of associates myself with the item. Thing is, I told some Cheeto stories, back in my other Premium Cheese Curls episode. Man, Speedway, they just, I mean, I'm sure there's probably no patent on the puffy Cheeto design at this point. But man, that's just, I love the shamelessness of it. I'm not trying to rag on Speedway for it at all. Certainly not the only place that does it. and at the same time, theirs are actually pretty good. I just love the fact that it's like, obviously they can't call them Cheetos, but they're fucking Cheetos. So, but yeah, I don't know if I have like a super good Cheeto story. I mean, really, like, the only thing I can think of off the top of my head is, like, really just kind of, and this isn't even just a story specific to me, this is a story specific to anyone around my age, of just watching the character of Chester Cheeto, like, slowly transition, because, like, I don't know exactly when he came around, but, like, when I was a kid, he was, like, this cool guy, and he was radical and stuff like that, you know, he very much fit the times. But then, like, in the, either the very late 90s, or more likely in the 2000s, he transitioned into, like, a weird sort of, like, quasi, like, almost supervillain type character. You know, I would equate him to something like, I can't think of his name, but, like, the main villain guy from, like, the Saw films, where he was, like, this weird, calm and collected guy who would just, like, encourage mischief and weirdness and things. And it's like, you half expected him to, like, you know, show up one day, like, you wake up in the middle of the night, and he's just, like, sitting in the, you know, corner of your room smoking a cigarette with a bag of Cheetos. He's just like, eat them, Brandon. Eat the Cheetos. Which there's really no reason to do. I'm gonna eat them. I like Cheetos. But god damn it, folks. Anyway, I'm gonna try, you know, see how they are. It's a lovely day out, by the way. See? It does, I mean, I will say, at least with these, the other ones, that's actually kind of interesting. The other ones, at least from what I recall, the consistency seemed closer to a puffy Cheeto, whereas with these, you can kind of see, the texture seems different. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just me being completely pedantic. Maybe that's me being completely wrong. Yeah. Okay. Well, they're good. Like, they taste good enough. There is a little heat there. I'm gonna drink some orange juice just to kind of clear out the back of my throat a little bit, so I can speak properly. Yeah, I mean, there's a little heat, but, like, it kind of comes in. First you get sort of just, like, the cheesy flavor and everything. And then, like, little by little it sort of grows. And it's not terribly pronounced. Like, honestly, I would say that these, even compared to something like Flaming Hot Cheetos, are definitely well below that level of heat. To be fair, these are puffy Cheetos. Usually, at least the ones that I've seen, Flamin' Hot Cheetos are the crunchy ones. But I know they do have, like, hot, puffy ones, too. And there's honestly not, like, a tremendous hit of flavor. It's there. And you do get a little peppery flavor. Yeah, okay. I'll be honest, folks. Kind of disappointed with those. The honey ones that I had, those were actually rather good. They had a good amount of flavor. They did everything that they were supposed to do. With these, I think they sacrificed the flavor for the idea of the heat, but the emphasis in what I just said is the idea of the heat. It's there, But again, like, I mean, if you're into, like, spicy chips and stuff like that, I really don't know that you're going to get all that much out of these. Like, there's definitely just better, like, spicy chips and stuff available. I believe they even have, like, or at least they used to. I don't know if I've seen it lately. They used to have, like, a jalapeno popper version of these through Speedway. And those were actually really good, and those had a, decent kick to them, too. These, I mean, I'm going to go in for one more. Try to give it the best possible chance I can. Yeah, I mean, that's honestly really weak. On both ends, like they do, they're not completely bland or anything, but even compare, I mean, like, next to normal Cheetos, they're definitely not doing much. But even if you were to go over there and compare them, like I said, against, like, the other Cheeto knockoffs that Speedway's done in the past, I personally think that these are the weakest all around. I mean, like I said, there is a little heat, and if you were to continuously eat them, I could see that heat kind of building and being more of a thing. But, yeah, I mean, considering the fact that, you've got the Carolina Reaper, tag right on the front, you really would expect more from these. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know. They're not terrible. They're just sort of bland and meh. I generally like the Speedy's Choice stuff that they do. I think they come out with some pretty interesting items. And I was hopeful for this one, but yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think those are out of the items that I've had from Speedway, whether it be the premium cheese curls or any of their other stuff, I think that these might be the weakest I've ever had. Yeah, I don't get enough of anything from it. They're not flavorful enough. They're not hot enough. They're not, that's the thing. I feel like they just, they were aiming for something, and then maybe they just decided to back out halfway through or something, because it doesn't really feel like the proper effort went into those. So, sadly, that's what I gotta take away. I mean, you can try them. They're okay, but yeah, you're not gonna get much from them. I would suggest if you're in a Speedway, try their other ones before you get to these. But hey, that's just my takeaway. So anyway, folks, that is the end of my Speedy Choice. Man, that kind of sucked. I had so much fun with the honey ones. I was expecting to have quite a bit of fun with these, but anyway, that's the end of the video, folks. I'm going to sign off here now. I'd like to sign off on a positive note, especially in the times we're living in. Right now, we're still dealing with the effects of the whole COVID-19 stuff and everything. So, just whatever you're doing, hopefully you're eating some actual Cheetos or something that are a little bit better than these. Or doing something with your life. Hopefully more productive than what I do with mine. But please, have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week, great rest of your month, great rest of your year, great rest of your whole goddamn life, folks. And if you can, try to bring some positivity into the world. If you can't, at the very least, try not to take away from it, right? Like, come on, we can do that, right? I think we can. I believe in you, folks. Not all of you, some of you. But yeah, so that's me. And just the last two things here that I like to do at the very end of my sign-off. If you folks enjoy watching these videos where I try things that are usually more interesting and rewarding than these, I just need you to do two things for me, folks. Number one, watch the video. Number two, do the thing. That's it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign off and just keep kicking that ass, folks. Bye!